Hello, hello, and welcome back to In Case of Emergency. We are still trapped in this cave with a good wolfer. I think I can say that. Yeah. This, but I also want to get back to Wes, right? Because Wes is our boy. Wes is our boy. This is just the second best boy, you know. Remus finishes wrapping your ankle as as leans back on his heels. Wait, wrapping your heel as leans back on his heels. Okay, maybe that's how that's supposed to be done. There, all done. Uh, thanks. Thanks for fixing me up. Remus nods. We can't have our champion walking around hobbled, can we? I mean, I think we can, but you know. Renewed by your short rest, the two of you trek towards the heart of the mountain with renewed vigor. Newfound vigor, whatever. Remus doesn't talk much, but he's neither cold or callous. He must be feeling the nerves as much as you are. Eventually, the ceiling above you grows taller and wider until you step into a ballroom-sized cavern. The ceiling so high you can barely see where it ends. You've made it. Oh, okay. The heart of Peregrine pulses before you. Its blue, crystalline structure lies suspended over a pit of void, held in place by strands of sinew? I don't know. As delicate as glass. The cool light is in the center. The cool light in its center pulses like a live heart. Just below it, a narrow strip of cold stone. Stone cuts through. Yes, I'm sorry. Cuts through the pit like the needle of a compass. Okay. As you step into the room, the crystals embedded in the walls all brighten at once. The sword hums with the same resonance, producing a harmony that can you can feel reverberate in your bones. It knows we're here. We must act quickly. What about the others? Remus glances at you almost apologetically. You realize something, you think. In retrospect, you've known this the whole time. They will make it on their own time. For now, only your presence will suffice. This has been what you've been waiting for, and you alone. So I just need to kill this thing, and everything will go back to normal. Indeed. What you see before you is the heart of Peregrine. It is the loom of which the world is spun. I once described the void as a disease, but to describe it as much would be a mischaracterization. If the world is a tapestry, the void is not its moth, but its thread. It's weaved, but it's weave and its fray. Woven together, the void makes up Peregrine's valleys and mountains, its rivers and oceans. It makes people and commerce, the winds and the earth, a thorn as well as blades. What we call the resolution is its unraveling. Without form, it lies in darkness, threatening to pull the threads of all of existence. This is the raw material of existence, untampered by the touch of the loom. We're not here to kill it? So we're not here to destroy the heart. Chiron, I promised you a tale of heroic and conquest, and for that, I apologize. I've misled you. Remus looks genuinely apologetic, his face contorting in a way that sends ripples across his usually placid expression. If the heart dies, then Peregrine dies. But then why am I here? Why did the sword choose me? You brandish the sword aloft? Waving it around like an almost splunker with a torch. Okay. The flat of your blade catches the blue light of the crystal, and on its surface you catch a glimpse of your own warped reflection. You will have to forgive me for the extended metaphor. And, are you familiar with a spinning wheel? The spinning wheel twists raw fabric, turning them into thread and yarn to make textile from. Your items, in your case, the sword, acts as the catalyst. You arrive into this world as a tangled wool, and your adventure has spun you into thread. A shudder runs down the length of your spine, sending your fur standing on end. For if the tapestry is to be repaired, it requires new material. Oh, what kind of thread am I? I don't understand. What kind of thread am I? I'm sorry. I truly am. If there were any other way. What happened to the people before me? Is that what happened to all of the other people? You said there were heroes before us. Yes. In order for Peregrine to continue, it must renew itself with an outside source. You, your friends, were shaped by your journeys, molded to become worthy contributors to the fabric of Peregrine. Your heart rises to your throat. More than anything else, you've stuck by a profound sense of unfairness. I didn't even get to go on a proper adventure. Remus's eyebrows furrow. Yes, that is true. The bridge was an unexpected development, allowing us to circumvent many parts of the traditional journey. Still. This isn't a reverse. You're not actually resetting the world. You said it yourself. Peregrine needs a new thread every time. Every time you fix it, it comes out a little different than before. How many planks of a ship can be replaced before it is no longer Theseus? Remus takes a step forward, forcing you closer towards the edge of the void. Your pulse races as you scan your surroundings. You think you hear footsteps coming down the hall. Back up. You just need to stall until your friends get here. I don't know. How many planks can be replaced before it's no longer the same ship? What if I'm the last plank? Remus closes his eyes and heaves a heavy sigh. When he opens them again, he speaks fondly, like he's recalling a familiar memory. Oh, once upon a time, there was a young man. He was much like you, with few friends, but a rich inner world. Others never seemed quite sure what to make of him. One day, his brother pushed him down as well, burned it to wet silt. Silt? What's silt? I don't know. He found something he could not believe. A golden circlet, muddy but intricately engraved. Placing the crown atop his head, he discovered that it fit him perfectly. A new world has unraveled for him, one spun from the deepest fantasies. It was everything he had ever dreamed. For years, the world nurtured him, sustained him. It gave him everything he wanted, responded to his desires, and kept him in a state of bliss. But such a world could not last. It was not designed to sustain a single dream for so long. The world needed new blood, new thread for its loom. Remus takes another step forward. Instinctively, you draw your sword, but Remus doesn't flinch. You steal a glance behind you, looking over the expanse of void, quickly approaching. Your heart beats rapidly in your chest as you realize you're running out of time. Your collar feels like it's too tight, and it's getting hard to breathe. Is this what Dad felt the day in his office when he keeled over and died? Remember, FAST, face-dropping arm weakness, speech difficulty, shit, I don't remember. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as is in heaven. What now? What happens now? Remus gestures to the expansive void that the heart lies suspended over. I ask you once, Chiron, what you would leave behind in your absence. This is your chance to make something meaningful out of your life. Isn't this what you wanted? No. Excuse me? No, I'm not going to do it. Remus's eyes glow steely. You hold your sword out like you actually know how to use it, like you've been doing anything other than playing an elaborate game of pretend for the past 3 weeks. Remus takes a step forward, and you instinctively try to pedal back, as it says. Your heel swings wildly over the pit's edge, sending pebbles scattering into the void. You barely have time to collect yourself. I'm sorry, Chiron. You try to take a swing of your sword, but it's too late. Remus closes the distance between you and places a gentle hand against your chest. With a single decisive shove, Remus pushes you off the edge, sending you into a free fall and spiraling into the darkness below. Before the void swallows you whole, you hear the sound of boot heels racing against stone. Someone calls your name in the distance. Chiron! And then you're back home. You take huge gulps of air after having the wind knocked out of you from your fall. But you don't belong here anymore. This isn't home. And maybe it never was. Something is different this time. The air in your dorm normally smells faintly of sweet and sweat and unwashed laundry. The scent suffocating with the windows closed during the muggy summer. But tonight the air is clean and cool. The smell of clean linens catches in your nostrils, and your room is remarkably more organized. No overflowing trash, no evidence of medicating, but by way of retail therapy. Not even that chair for clean, but not that clean clothes. If you don't recognize the comforter on the bed and the backpack in the corner, you would think you'd stepped into someone else's room. You have to go back. You know the route between your dorm and the philosophy department and Redoubt Hall like the back of your hand. Without a second thought, you're racing out of the door and through the empty campus in the summer night. The air whips around your bare arms and thighs. Shit. Halfway across the quad, you realize 2 things. First, you're not wearing any clothes. You're in a ratty old band t-shirt. And a pair of boxers, because you had forgotten about insignificant things like modesty in your rush to leave. The second is that your ankle, exposed to the elements, is a pair of green flip-flops, is entirely healed. What the hell? You reach down to tenderly grasp your ankle and feel nothing out of the ordinary. You try leaning some of your weight on it, like you haven't been putting triple that with every running step you took on concrete on the way here, but you don't feel anything. I mean, that is weird. That's strange, but you have to keep moving. When you reach the front of the Redoubt Hall, you rattle the glass doors at the base of the building. No luck, they're locked. Shit. Scanning the building, you identify your potential entrance points. On the ground floor are a set of glass doors, and a story up, an open window by a tree. We're climbing, we have a good leg. Here goes nothing. You're not built for climbing trees, not since lost your lanky preteen body and indefeatable attitude. But desperation drives you to throw your body against the flaky bark of the tree, its trunk winding along the side of the building. You clench your thighs around the tree trunk. Bark slows off with every shimmy up the tree and lands in your fur. Ow! A sharp chip of wood cuts into the pad of your paw. And now we keep going. Fuck it. Gritting your teeth, you shift your grip so you're pulling yourself up with your heels on your hand. You can see lights, lights inside the building. Probably a security measure. Luckily, the tree begins to slope into a flatter surface, letting you caterpillar yourself along into extended branches. There are leaves and twigs sticking out of your fur, probably bugs too. You can only imagine what you would look like to a custodian looking out the window right now. You worm yourself out of the branches and that runs closest to the open window. It's probably 3 or 4 feet from your nose, just enough that you can't reach it with one arm while still climbing the branch. Stand on branch. Let's go! You try to shift your weight to your knees and heels, but forcing your weight onto a smaller area has the effect of the tree's branch creaking and dipping ominously. Uh-oh. Prepare to jump! There's only one thing that you can do. The branch under your feet sways as you assess the distance between yourself and the open window. The opening is too small to dive through, not unless you wanted to clonk your head against glass like a bird in a window cleaner commercial. But you could probably grab the lip and pull yourself through. You bounce on your heels of your feet to give yourself some momentum. Leaves and detritus are rained on top of you from the upper branch. 3, 2, crack. The branch snaps under you as you take off. No time to think. The first thing you feel is your body smash against the plaster readout. The pain ringing through your ribs. But at least you haven't splattered your face against the concrete below. Fortunately, your hands are gripping the ledge of the open window. Your heart leaps into your chest. You're so close. Yeah. Your sides heave with the effort. It's like trying to pull yourself out of the deep end of the pool, sopping wet with 30 extra pounds of water in your fur. No, we're pull. Come on, Kyron. You strain again. Your flip-flops flaying against the wall as you try to find a grip. You manage to get your forearms through the window, and your shoulders start to burn with lactic acid. Oh my god, Kyron. I realize I can't. Ah, sir, okay. I realize I can't pull up my own weight because I'm a weak boy. But, you know, this lad should be able to. He's a fictional character. You channel every huge guy at the gym who grunts louder than the sound of his barbells hitting the floor. It turns out they were onto something, because with your groaning, you're able to heave your chest onto the windowsill and squeeze yourself through like the last bit of toothpaste in the tube. No longer capable of articulating speech, you catch your breath for a moment before pushing yourself off the ground, leaving a bloody smudge on the tile. Okay. You stumble through the classroom and into the hallway, where an alarm goes off as soon as you open the door from the inside. After a bit of meandering, you find the staircase and race down as you leave a small trail of dead leaves and dirt behind you. Eventually, you find yourself in a similar hallway, the exit sign at its end still blinking with a sickly green light, beckoning you forward, like a light at the end of a dock. You stretch your arms out towards the literary symbol. Do you smell that? It's the smell of the American dream. Bull market and testicles? Okay. My favorite part of The Great Gatsby was how Gatsby respected women. Okay. The quest for a symbolic literary truth is so last century. In this essay, I read the homosocial bond between Jay Gatsby and Nick Carraway through the lens of queer theory, a post-structuralist framework put forward by scholars such as. Eventually, you reach the emergency exit, and your hands close around the cold metal of the handle. You exhale. This is it. You need this door to open. You've never needed anything in your life more badly. If it's locked, it doesn't give, you're almost afraid to try. It strikes you that it might be better to never know, never know than to know for certain. Well, we still got just one option. You push the door forward. It doesn't budge. Now we're trying again. Maybe you misremembered. Maybe you had to pull the door. You try pulling the door this time, but the door rattles uselessly in place. You start throwing your body against it helplessly, each slam echoing through the empty hallway. Fuck! Chiron! I mean, this is like just a lie, right? Because we are breaking and entering, right? I was kind of hoping there would be an option to like confront him about the other world. Maybe call him Remus, see what his reaction is. But let's see this one. I haven't done anything wrong. You try to make word with mouth, but no word, no come out. Oh my god, he's literally me for real, for real. Abbott cringes like you might be patient zero of this zombie apocalypse, and you're about to turn him into patient number 1. Are you all right? You clear your throat as memories of being a functional member of society come back to you. The first feeling to return is the hot flush of shame. Okay, I'm going to end the part here, so I will see you around, everyone.